Okay, so something that I've learned within the last month is that you cannot let anybody have any sort of hold on your happiness. If you let somebody control your happiness too much, if they are not around, sometimes that causes a huge cloud to form over you and doesn't allow you to be happy for yourself or the things that you do. I'm learning within time that, people are going to do what they want to do regardless of how you feel. People are going to act certain ways just because that's the way that they want to act. You can't force differences. You can't force things to go ways that you want them to go. So sometimes it just doesn't work out the way that you expect things to. When you allow somebody to gaslight you, it's a lot more complicated than it seems. I know he's gaslighting me. I know he is. But my reactions towards it are hurt and pain. I can't just push away what he says and act like he didn't say it. I can't erase some of the feelings I've had about the past, and I can't erase some of the things that I've done myself, which in a sense is probably one of the things that bothers him the most. I got a little aggressive in public, and it sort of started out where I was being verbally abused in the car on the way to the restaurant about the car that I drive that is in his name wasn't up to par and wasn't as he would like it to look. Keep in mind I do have a 5-year-old child. But I was very much hurt and in tears when we got to the restaurant that I sat in the car crying and didn't go in. But when you get to a restaurant and you're with the person and your child, what are you supposed to do? I let him and Jonathan go in. I just was in so many tears in the car, and I think what got me to go in was the fact that he threw at me that this witch was there that I know that caused problems between me and him in the past. And he said, I'll just have to sit with her and eat dinner. And of course that just enraged me even more. It made me rush into the restaurant in tears and just get verbally abused all night by him drinking his margarita like he didn't care, getting up to use the restroom. Well, I couldn't handle it, and I decided to leave with Jonathan. And as I'm walking away, he's at the table with this girl and her date. And this chick is a bitch and very problematic. She tried to tell Talon that I was trying to hit up people about a party or something and sent him a message that was a complete lie and wasn't even my username, and tried to tell him that it was me, and just caused a lot of problems. And I confronted her about it and I almost punched her in the face, but luckily we were inside the gym, so I couldn't really do too much. But so this chick tried to step her ground and go to him about something that I did not even do and try to get me in trouble by him, which in a sense twisted and made him very insecure and hella hard to try to have him trust me. So that was complicated, but this chick was there, and I saw him sitting with her, and I couldn't control myself. I felt a rush of him drinking and him not caring about me and him maybe even hitting on her, to the point where I went up to him and I punched him in the face. I've never told anybody that's not close to me this, and I feel really bad that I did. But I just punched him and I walked out. I was so upset and so just taken back by the alcoholism, and I couldn't handle it. I feel so freaking bad that it got to that point of abuse from me, but I couldn't handle the verbal abuse anymore, or the alcoholism or the thought of him not caring about me anymore and just completely overstepping everything that, like, my feelings, and just not even caring about the way I feel about it. Keep in mind, this happened probably 4 or 5 months ago, so it's definitely been a while, but I feel like maybe that may kind of hurt him a little bit more than I had thought. Obviously, I could have gotten in trouble with the cops, but he didn't press charges, and we were going to work on things. But I wouldn't just walk up to him and just sock him in the face like that. Like, it comes from something, like me and all the disrespect that I'd received in the car, and him just bashing on me for just being who I am. It's like I couldn't really control myself when I saw how he just let alcohol control him. You should never hit anybody, obviously, but I didn't know what else to do. Like, it had to have knocked some sense into him, because he hates me now. But I mean, what else can you do? My heart was hurt, and I don't know. And please don't think either that I'm the only physical abusive person in this relationship. I just happen to do it in public. Years ago, when I first met him, I figured out that he's one of the people who, if a girl hits him, that he'll hit her back. So technically, I can kind of understand you don't hit a guy anyways. Like, girls shouldn't take advantage of that. But I hit him across the chest, and he kind of backhanded me a little bit. Like, this was years and years ago. But so he has that mentality that he doesn't really not respect women, but he doesn't think that women should be higher up on a pedestal, I guess. I don't know. He seems to be all excited because he's going to do this and this weekend, but I don't know. I guess I just have to wait it out and see what happens and just do my own thing. He's had a huge portion of my life, and next week is our 7 years together. So it's I can't even be excited about it. I've had so much he's told me on my birthday that I shouldn't be the center of attention. It's just some of the things he said just slaps me in the face, and yet I still care about him to an extent. I mean, my love is definitely altered, but I still care about him. This morning I want him to feel good, so I give him a massage. I don't get that same respect and love back, that it makes it hard to accept things, I guess. I've seen everybody should just learn to respect and love one another, and some of this negativity wouldn't just pour out and just make a huge mess. I will be fine though. Talking to somebody, even if it's just my phone, it helps, I guess. But yeah, just love one another, because life is too short. And I really don't mean to be a snapping bitch that just likes to spread everything about my life and probably cause more problems. But you know what? I can't talk to him about it. I can't express myself to him without him, hating on me or being disrespectful or not agreeing or just, not being able to see through my eyes, which obviously I can't expect him to, but I guess I just hoped I'd have a little bit more sympathy from him, seeing how I'm younger than him, and, I do have 2 jobs now, I'm doing what I can to survive. You see, and the funny thing is I know I'm a good person. I really am. I really am. And I just, apparently in his eyes, I'm this horrible person that doesn't deserve the world.